Welcome to the Speed Force, where we currently discuss everything about DC TV, Marvel, and supernatural related things. And these are the three categories that I would love to discuss with you. And we will be discussing Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Flash, Supernatural, and the Marvel related things, stuff like that. And we will be discussing these on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoy this, because we're talking a lot about history and everything else that relates to this and around it, correlates, whatever you call it. So enjoy it. Welcome to the Speed Force, and more importantly, welcome to the CW shows of 2018. Enjoy it. Guys, I'm back with my, Arrow episode 2 review for season 7, and my very sadly, but very unfortunately late review for episode 1 of season 7, since I forgot to review it by mistake. Delays and stuff like that I had to deal with. But otherwise, episodes 1 and 2 were both good, and I'm going to connect these two together, like I said, because I had, didn't
Oliver Queen is in prison.
do my episode 1 review, because they have the flash forwards now, and I love how they're basically bringing this back to basics, and all season 5s are just like their season 1s as usual. And
sometimes people just need something to believe in. I want to get back to
and as we all know, there's some flashbacks and stuff like that. I really love the episode with, the Longbow hunters and Diaz and stuff like that.
Monday, October 15th on the CW.
I can't exactly try to flesh out like every single detail, but I try to flesh out the more important ones with, Felicity and Renee and Curtis. It's like all three of them are just getting tired of having to wait for Argus to do the dirty work, even though they are relying on a weapon, but not even caring about. They're like, we gotta get this weapon. But Felicity is like, but what about my family? Like, Diaz really, he just took everything away from me. Like, I don't have anything else to lose, because I already lost everything, and I'm trying to get it all back. And this right now, as you can see, there's a clear flashback and stuff like that of Roy. These are all the flashbacks. This is actually of all the flashbacks from episode 2 thus far of season 7, otherwise entitled The Longbow Hunters, I think this episode was called. And I forgot what the last episode was called, though. But episode 1 was really good. Episode 2 was really good. And I really loved how Oliver was trying so hard to keep his head down. The season premiere, that was like the best premiere ever. The best season premiere you can ever have, and stuff like that. And Legends, I will be doing that in a totally whole nother video, and I will be trying to break down some Flash sneak peeks. Since now it's at least like 2 hours at this time. Like right now, like at this specific time and place, right now, 2 hours before the Flash starts. So yeah, cannot wait. And I will be breaking down, and the reason why I had to just push all that out, because I can't exactly flesh out every little detail, stuff like that. I'm saying what happened in the first 2 episodes of Arrow Season 7 and stuff like that, and I really cannot wait. I really do want to break down this this thing about William, and as we begin to find out, he's not exactly who he thought he was. I mean, he's grown up and stuff like that, and I'm not going to get into his sexual preference. I don't like to get into that. That kind of offends me, because just don't make fun of anybody for that, and just because I was just raised not to talk about, just not necessarily not to talk about, not to make fun of people because of that. But you get what I mean. That's the reason I'm not trying to talk about it. So, but William and Roy are out here on Lian, and if you guys don't know, that's Mandarin for purgatory. And yeah, as we can clearly see now, I am going to let this part of the flashback slide with with the flashback, so I can actually break this down.
Oliver told me he was there on this island. When I got here, I found the 4 graves that he had mentioned, but then I found this one. So I can take care of this on my own if you want.
Look, I would love to miss out on staring into the face of a desiccated corpse, but I think it'll go quicker if I help. I don't get it. It's my father's bow. I can't even shoot an arrow. Why would Felicity want me to have this?
I know why.
Wait, what the hell?
Now grab your stuff. We're going back.
Back? Back where?
To Star City.
This is something really interesting. Monday night's episode was really amazing. I really loved it. No flaw in it whatsoever. The one thing is, how exactly did Felicity and Oliver leave him, and why? How, when, what, where, who? I mean, we know who, but we don't know what, why, how, where, why, or you know, but we do know who. And Roy is like, you know, the reason why he just went to Lianu is just so he can forget all about, you know, you can forget all about like the whole incident, like everything that's happened with Star City. He just wants to forget all about it. Because my theory is that, oh yeah, I forgot, and this does take place around 2040 as well, if you guys didn't know, because, you know, I actually do have proof, but I will show it later on in the video. The thing is that, you know, Roy and William have to go to Star City. And what is it with that note? Because it's really confusing. Like, it's really confusing, like the Hosen and Oliver, Felicity, and, you know, stuff like that. I'm still wondering, because we just left off in that whole cliffhanger thing. I wonder if we'll actually see what goes on next episode with the whole flash forwards. I really loved the flashbacks in the earlier seasons. I really could not believe we were bringing that back. I was just ready to give up on them for good. That I was theorizing maybe they can bring it back in season 6, but if they can't, maybe season 7. But if they don't even bring it back in season 7, at least season 7, I'm gonna give up for good. And this is exactly what we get. We got our flash forwards, our flashbacks back. We got them back, but we got flash forwards this time. Remember how Roy's hair, which was originally spiky in the present, like spiky and stuff like that sometime? Yeah. It's really short tousled now, so, but they dig a grave only to find Oliver's bow and quiver, and the thing is, Roy just burns it. Roy just legit burns the whole note, and William's like, why the heck did you just burn the note? Like, and he's like, pack your stuff, we gotta go back. And he's like, to where? Then Roy replies with the answer, we have to go back to Star City. So going back to Star City, what will they find there? Who will they find there? Why will they find what and who they're finding there? And where in Star City? And how? And stuff like, and why? You get all the, you know, the five or six W's in that one H. So, yeah. So, it's really mysterious, but it's really interesting simply because of the fact that Roy actually is just on the Oliver right now. Like, he is actually like the Dick Grayson of the show plus Jason Todd. He's basically more like, and plus he wears red, and that's what Jason Todd is related to, the color red, Red Hood. But he's more like Dick Grayson, but just wearing red. So, yeah. while Felicity and Diggle clashed over the best way to track and take down Ricardo Diaz and the villainous Longbow hunters as the group attempted to steal a superpowered battery that could be modified to create a devastating weapon. Even more tension was growing amid Team Arrow as the group struggled with staying away from their heroic alter egos, while the threats the threats to Star City grow more and more dire. Sadly, I don't have my glasses on for this, so forgive me, guys. It seems that Renee and Dinah in particular will continue to butt heads over the issue. Fans saw the hot-headed Renee back in his Mad Dog gear in the season 7 premiere last week, much to the chagrin of Dinah, who's getting back to her roots on the other side of the law as captain of the Star City Police. There's going to be tension here. Gonzalez confirmed to ET's Philiana NG at the CW launch event in partnership with #SeeHer. Because he decides to suit up, that lend itself to who Renee is. He's someone who does the right thing in terms of wanting to be a dad, but at the same time to be a vigilante. He's pretty reckless, but that's what we love about him. That clashes with Dinah, who's now the police captain. He added, she has to walk straight and narrow. She has a different idea on how to help the city. There's going to be friction there. That said, the actor couldn't be more excited to explore the divides among Team Arrow's once tight-knit group. I'm excited for the season, Gonzalez raved. I feel like this is a gigantic transitional season for Arrow. There's a lot of things happening, and I think it's going to make for an exciting season. Part of Renee's evolution in Season 7 includes him getting to spend more time with his daughter Zoe, both as her dad and her trainer. The semi-reformed vigilante has begun teaching boxing and other self-defense techniques at a local community center. I like the juxtaposition of having a character like Wild Dog who's very reckless and dangerous but is also loving, has a big heart but wants to protect his daughter. Gonzalez said of his family ties in the new season. To me, it's awesome because I relate. I have a 5-year-old little girl. Sometimes to an actor, you mirror the characters in moments that fit well. The work is so comfortable for me, and to be a dad, to have a daughter is very comforting. Season 5 was dear to me because that was the first season I showed up, but I also feel like we nailed it in so many ways, and I feel like Season 7 is going to challenge it, he continued. Arrow dropped a shocking twist at the end of its Season 7 premiere last week, introducing a flash-forward storyline which follows Oliver's adult son William as he tracks his father's vigilante past around the world and back to the fated island, Lian Yu. Showrunner Beth Schwartz confirmed last week that fans will be seeing more Arrow characters pop up in the future storyline. He said around 2040, but couldn't go into detail about who might be appearing. There's no I can't even see my glasses, territory to choose from, she explained. Because we've opened it up so much, we have so much story that we can tell. We can introduce something in the future, and then you're like, how the hell did that happen? And then you're going to be watching our present day story like, wait, when is this going to happen? I think it just adds a lot to the story. So how would Renee feel if his future daughter turns out to be a vigilante just like him? I think Renee would love it in a way. Gonzalez said of Zoe possibly following in Mad Dog's footsteps. Renee would absolutely love his daughter to do that kind of stuff. That's how he feels, how he'd be helping. We should do that. Fans saw more of the flash forwards in Monday's episode as William and Roy searched for answers on Lian Yu, which only ended up pointing them back towards Star City. Unfortunately, Gonzalez admits that even he has no idea what or who might be turning up in this uncertain future. I'm in the dark. A lot of us are in the dark. We only know what we're supposed to, he noted. There's a lot of information I don't know, but it's happening, which is cool, because then I get to watch it with you guys. The actor is also sworn to secrecy regarding the upcoming crossover event with Arrow's sister shows, The Flash and Supergirl, but he did share that he was hoping for some scenes with the newest member of the DC Expanded Comics, Ruby Rose's Batwoman. I would love to share a scene with Ruby Rose, Gonzalez said. Wild Dog in his first crossover shares screen time with Supergirl and Flash, and I thought that was really cool. So I think Wild Dog needs a scene with Batwoman. Like, would they get along? Would there be friction? And I think it's really awesome because Renee's actually he had teased a bit of a theory or possibility that he thought of himself, saying what if his daughter Zoe becomes a vigilante.
Yeah,
I think that would be freaking
No, I was talking about Oliver and Felicity.
like the next generation Team Arrow. William, Zoe, I don't know, like with kids. And
So what about you?
Diggle's
What's your
kid.
excuse for being here?
Where'd you get that?
You get what I mean? It would be like years and years
Felicity
of
gave it to
time,
me.
but
She said it was a symbol of reconnection. I thought it was
it'll be
BS.
awesome. It'll be
But
like the
then,
next generation Team Arrow.
3 weeks
And
ago,
that's what can happen. That's
started to
the
beat.
theory I'm behind,
I
because
opened
like
it up.
how the next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow
And I found
is
this.
like one of the best movies. Because it had
Their GPS
each of
coordinates
the
for this
Avengers'
island.
children as the next Avengers. In
Why would
Earth.
Felicity send you to Lee and you?
Little joke.
And I just cannot.
You know, the
wait
last time I was
until
on this
that
island
happens. It's just like, if that was to ever happen,
was the day my mother died.
I will be so happy.
I still have nightmares
for the
about
fact
it.
that, you know, we're gonna
But I came anyway.
Look, trust me.
accomplish things and stuff like that. And
Looking for
Lloyd,
answers is only going to cause you
William,
pain.
stuff like that.
So what I would do is I would take that and I'd throw it right there in the ocean.
Things that Oliver
I'd never look back.
and it's like how Future Roy, he actually reminds me of Flash. He actually does. How he's just like all emo-ish, stuff like that. He just starts pushing the entire world away from him because just like he lost the person he's ever loved. And I
Still
know
here.
that has to be the case. I know it has to be.
Stubbornness must be
But you
hereditary.
know, we'll never know. We'll
I'm a guy who
never
spent
know
over $1 billion
until,
trying to develop
you know,
affordable magnetic
we see it.
levitation.
We'll have to see it to believe
I
it.
don't give up so
that's
easily.
just a theory of mine.
You've done really good for yourself,
And
considering
you
everything
know,
that's happened.
I just can't wait until you know.
You know, when I first met you,
crossover.
you were with May and Thea.
And the stuff that
Two of you were leaving somewhere together.
You're not going to get anywhere with me by dredging up the past.
And stuff like that.
I came here to forget about all of
that
that.
he wants, you know, that he can. It's a possibility that Zoe may possibly.
When Felicity gave me this,
in the future.
she told me it was about
And
reconnecting.
surprisingly, they're back on the NU and stuff like that. I wonder why Felicity and Oliver.
And it led me here to you.
I don't even believe
That can't
this.
be a coincidence.
Cannot believe they would leave their own child behind. I cannot believe that.
I know exactly what this is.
So it's just like, you know,
Come on.
it's cool. It's really, really cool. Because a lot of concepts, stuff like that. I just cannot.
Oliver
wait.
told me he was there on this island.
It's just
When I got here,
in the show.
I found the
so
4
far.
graves that he had mentioned,
It's just
but then
become earlier seasons.
I found this one.
With
So look, I can take care of
Lloyd,
this on my own if you want.
Because he was like, he was.
Look, I would love to
there
miss out
since
on
day
staring into
one.
the face of a desiccated corpse,
He was,
but I think
he
it's
was
a little
in
quicker if I
Arrow
help.
since day one. Thea was, Diggle, Felicity, Oliver. But William never popped up until season 4. And that was just when he was just smaller, and he was just like a little kid. And now it's just like he's grown into like a bit of a teenager, so it's just like, I wish they can actually teach William how to shoot a bow and arrow. They can teach Felicity how to fight, because I remember when he was training her for that in season 5, that he was
I don't get it. It's my father's bow.
that
I can't even shoot an arrow. Why would Felicity want me to have
about
this?
Laurel, that
I know
she
why.
wasn't their Laurel. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't our Laurel, and she was trying to tell Oliver that, but Oliver was at least, he took her feelings into consideration, but still, he just wanted to believe that was our Lord. He just wanted to believe
What
something
the hell?
that a miracle could happen.
Now grab your stuff, we're going back.
Back
And
where?
That's what, you
To
know,
Star City.
everyone else fell for. So, and Felicity was like the only one who was on the ball. She's like the only one when they found out that the fake Lord, so-called, that was Earth 2. And how, you know, Felicity made a deal with Samandra Watson.
And he's in
Yeah,
prison.
and I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for all these
Now,
possibilities,
it's your turn
since
to
it'll
pull
take
up
place in
your side
2040 in the
of
future.
bargain.
Like, comment, subscribe, LCS, spread the word for more theories and for more videos like this for my
We're gonna take
review.
down Ricardo.
Sorry guys, it's been delayed, but you know,
Together.
gotta do what I gotta do with videos. I will be seeing you guys in Speed Force. Goodbye. I do enjoy making all this content. I really do. Thank you guys for supporting me all throughout this entire year, from 2017 to July the 8th to, you know, always now and forever, man. I do enjoy making content for you guys, and if you are new, like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoy it. Sorry guys, I'm kind of sick, so I'm still stuttering already, but just don't mind that. It's just, you know, I get a bit of anxiety and anguish when it comes to this kind of stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I do Marvel, DC, horror related things based on supernatural, and feel free to watch those videos, like, comment, subscribe. I gotta go. See you guys later, man. I'm sick. Peace, everyone.